When you enter a room, check to see if the bin of dirty dishes is getting full. If it is, please wash and excel the dishes in the bin. To start this process, take the bin of dirty dishes to the washroom. Since the bin is dirty, you will want to be wearing gloves. Make sure the sponge is in the dish bin and not on the drying rack. If there is no sponge, you can get a new one in the washroom. If you are in a room that requires the use of booties, you can balance the bin in one hand while you remove your booties, or you can place the bin on the floor by the door. Keep your gloves on until you enter the washroom. Once you arrive at the washroom, you can choose to wear gloves or not. If at any point you forget the steps for washing dishes, you can refer to the instructions posted above the sinks. Start with sink number 1. Place the bin of dirty dishes in sink number 1 and add warm water and soap to the dish bin. Wash dishes using the sponge from the room. As you wash, place soapy dishes into sink number 2. Last, wash the dish bin and place it in sink number 2. Next, rinse the dishes. Use this time to make sure you didn't miss anything on the dishes. Rinse the bin and place it in the drying area, and place the dishes on the drying rack in sink number 3. Rinse the sponge and leave it in sink number 2. Use the sprayer to make sure all organic material is rinsed from the prep area, sink number 1, and sink number 2. Now that all of the dishes are in sink number 3 and the drying area, you will need to wash your hands in sink number 1. Leave the water on, dry your hands with paper towel, and use that paper towel to turn the sink water off. Put one glove on. Use your gloved hand to pick up the dishes and bin and fully spray them, sink number 3 and the drying area down. Then spray the entire area that you've just used. This includes the prep area, sink number 1, sink number 2, faucet handle, sprayer, soap dispenser, and anything else you may have touched or the dishes may have touched. Put your Excel bottle away and with your ungloved hand set the timer for 5 minutes to allow the Excel to disinfect the dishes properly. With your gloved hand, pick up the sponge from sink number 2. It should still be slightly damp. Open the microwave with your ungloved hand and place the sponge inside the microwave for 2 minutes. If the sponge is too dry or you microwave it any longer, you may end up with a smelly, crispy surprise. You can now remove the glove and then wash your hands for a full 20 seconds in one of the bathrooms. Once the 5 minutes have passed, your dishes are now clean and need to be rinsed off one final time. First, rinse the dish bin and place it back on the drying area. Then rinse the Excel off of each dish and place it back in the bin. Be sure to remember all of the small parts in the dish rack cup as well as any that fell below the dish rack. Remember to remove the sponge from the microwave and add it to the bin. You can now take the bin of dishes back to the kitten room and set them up in the drying rack. If you have more dishes than will fit, you can hand dry some of the bigger items.